Hello, and thank you for attending this Capital Magnet Fund Performance Report Completion Training. This module will cover direct administrative expenses. We will start off the training from the home or landing page of the Awards Management Information System, or AMIS. From the landing page, we will proceed to the CMF Performance Report by clicking on the CMF Performance Report link. If you do not see the applicable performance report listed, click the Go button, which will provide a full list of the CMF performance reports associated with your organization, and also provide some additional details on the performance report, such as the associated award year. After clicking the performance report link, we are brought to the CMF performance report page. Next, we will hover or click on Projects link and New Project. From the record type dropdown, select Direct Administrative Expenses and hit Continue. You will need to provide a unique name for this Direct Administrative Expense project record. We will name this project DAE, Administrative Expense 2. You can leave the performance report field as is, and next we will need to report how much CMF capital or program income is being committed. Please ensure that you in the amount being committed towards direct administrative expenses in the appropriate field. If you're committing the CMF award, you will use the amount of CMF committed CMF investment. If it's program income, you will use the applicable field in the program income section. For this particular project, we will report $25,000 of the CMF award towards direct administrative expenses. Great. We receive confirmation that our direct administrative expense project record has been created. We return to the performance report. You will see that we now have 2 direct administrative expense project records listed, and that's okay. Recipients are able to report as many direct administrative expense project records as they need to. Sometimes a recipient may find it useful to create a unique record for each cost they are reporting that is allocable towards the CMF award. Similar to the other project types, such as homeownership, affordable housing, or rental housing, or economic development, an annual report is required to submit the CMF performance report for a given reporting period. So if we try to generate the scorecard for this particular performance report, we receive an error message that an annual report has not been created. So we will click this project link and return to our recently created direct administrative expense 2 project record and proceed to create a annual report by hovering or clicking on the CMF project annual report link and then clicking Create New Annual Report. We will leave the project and eligible activity fields as they are. And next, we will report the disbursement of the CMF funds in the appropriate field. This first one being a disbursement of the CMF award itself. This set of fields is to report, used to report disbursements of program income. In this case, we committed $25,000 of the CMF award towards this direct administrative expense project, so we will also report the $25,000 disbursement in the use of CMF grant field. We'll proceed by clicking Save. And we receive confirmation that the annual report was successfully created. If we navigate back to the performance report, there are a few details related to direct administrative expenses here on the performance report detail page. This first warning, you may notice, not directly related to direct administrative expenses, but you may notice that we have a $1 million award and now $1,050,000 has been committed. So our commitments exceed the award amount. So it's possible that funds were reported overcommitted to one of these records, or perhaps a commitment needed to be reported as program income rather than a commitment of the CMF award. But if we continue scrolling, we'll find a section that pertains to direct administrative expenses. Here we can see direct administrative expense test. So for this particular organization, they are actually not approved for direct administrative expenses. So using funds for direct administrative expenses will result in a non-compliance. You can see here in this indicator that $50,000 has been dispersed towards direct administrative expenses. We committed and dispersed $25,000 to the direct administrative expense 2 project, and then $25,000, an additional $25,000 had been reported as committed and dispersed to another DAE record. If we once again generate the scorecard, this would likely result in a non-compliance indicator. Should this be a real award, but given it's a dummy account, the performance goals are not all built in. So we will just proceed under the assumption this organization actually is approved for direct administrative expenses and submit the report. Once submitted, the report will be locked until reviewed and approved by the CDFI fund. If you have any technical questions, the service request feature through AMIS is the CDFI fund's preferred method of communication. Here you will see the service request tab. If you do not see service request in your list of tabs here, click the down arrow and you will likely find it present in this dropdown. From the service request tab, you can click create new service request for the program, select Capital Magnet Fund, use the magnifying glass to select the CMF award if appropriate. You can leave the status and request origin fields as are, set a priority of low, medium, high, and provide a subject line and detailed description. Once the required fields are filled out, hit the submit button and the request will be routed to the CDFI fund staff for review. For additional help or questions related to CMF reporting and direct administrative expenses, we encourage you to visit and review the comprehensive compliance reporting manual that's available on the CDFI Fund's website. Additionally, you may reach out to the CDFI Fund at one of the phone numbers or email addresses listed at the bottom of your screen. We thank you for taking the time to review this training module on direct administrative expenses for the Capital Magnet Fund.